made this Zoom work. All right. So, anyways, you guys will see the behind the scenes of why that statement makes sense. And we'll maybe talk about that in a second. But hey, welcome to the live feed. Wherever you're watching this, you know the drill. Hashtag live, hashtag replay. And then for my team, tag everybody. Welcome. This is the GSD student spotlight session with my main man, Sedrick. If this is the first time that you guys are meeting Cody and myself, just so you know, we run the group Crusader Nation, the Get Shit Done group that you guys are watching this in. We help coaches, consultants, and marketing agencies really scale their business from like three core areas: their offer, their traffic, and their sales. Those are the three most important components for any business to be profitable. Otherwise, if you're watching Shark Tank, Mr. Wonderful would tell you to take your offer and take it behind a barn and shoot it dead. So if we don't get those three things right, we don't have a service, an agency, a consultancy. So if you need clarity, you need help, you know what to do, just DM us. Anyways, welcome aboard, Sedrick. Thanks for hopping in. I know that time may be of the essence, considering that you're taking the time away from what you do full-time, because he's not a full-time digital marketer and SaaSpreneur. In fact, he's part-time and he's doing extremely well. In fact, I'd argue to say better than a lot of full-timers, because he knows something that other people don't know. So welcome, Sedrick, to the show. Why don't you give a short introduction of who you are?
So, my name's Sedrick Harris. My agency is Sirius Systems, and it's actually fairly new. It's not even a year old. I just started my agency in like November, joined the GSD in December, and then I'm already, seeing great success. And, now here it is, the end of August, beginning of September, and I can't be happier, man.
Awesome. So what is it you do for people? How are you helping people right now?
One of my core belief systems or that we try to do in the company is we want to help you establish your foundations for your business, or even if you're already a pre-existing business. And then also we want to cut costs, and so that you can use the savings to expand and grow your business and increase your revenue.
Got it. Okay. So you're from your SaaS angle that you're using, so the audience can understand, it's go high level, it's the version that you use, and then also that you've added your secret sauce, your flavor on top, like a lot of us do, because out the box we know the thing is just it can do anything, but unfortunately it does nothing if you don't make it do something. So you got your sauce that you've created, and so part of the angle is saving money, because they're spending so much cash flow on like jimmy rigging all this stuff together. And then you're a cost saver, but then a consolidator of like the Swiss Army knife. But then also, I would almost say it makes it easier for a company to onboard and train employees too at the same time. So it's a further cost saving that you can't even identify a true actual dollar amount for when you're looking at confusion amongst staff, right?
Right. So one of my first major clients was spending conservatively on the low end, like $1,500 to $2,500 a month in just text messaging alone. So with my SaaS offer, and I mean, we just beat the price that he was paying right out of the box. So I said, well, let me cut that to a third of what you're paying now. And now you can take that money that you're used to already paying and even expand and grow your reach. And so we onboarded him in like February, and by April or May, he was doing $57,000 weeks. So, I mean, of course he loved it. It was huge.
Yeah. So going from when you got the results, so not only did we get the cost savings, but then he's driving traffic in, then the system that you built now allowed him to have that automation where these huge weeks can come in, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. He was like, we ended up doing a overhaul. One of the things that I like about the GSD program is your foot in the door hot dog offers. So my foot in the door was like, let me save you money on your text messaging. And then we just kept scaling up from there. Let me, I like your website, but let's do another one and add some automation to that, where you get notifications and put your leads into a pipeline and make your contacts and be able to follow up with them. And that was also one of the major things that I learned from the GSD program, is just lead nurturing and following up. And that's where the sales are at. So we went from there, from his website, to saving him money, to increasing traffic to his website, to making over his Google business profile. And that 4x'd his traffic to his Google business profile in a week and a half.
I fucking love it. Now we'll go over for you guys in the audience watching here. If you guys smash the heart button right now, you drop a comment, hashtag Sedrick, and do your best to spell the name right. And we'll give you a foot in the door offer. Like, because we'll literally just hand deliver it. If you guys are cool with it, who wants a foot in the door offer? We'll give it to you on this live. In fact, I'll give you 24 of them, but we'll also go over what Sedrick's is if he's down to share. And I'm putting him on the spot right now. But now you guys got to participate in the audience because I want to get as many comments so we can reach as many people in this live as humanly possible. So smash the shit out of that. We'll give you even more love and joy of free resources that will make you money, like not like other groups, like the guru guys. We're just going to give you shit that for free, and we're going to demonstrate that anybody can do this. Okay. Now, backing up for a second, Sedrick, how did, like, when you were like just searching around, because I know obviously you're doing this part-time, so it's not like you have all day, every day, 24/7, and plus you have the full-time job, you have this job, then you have your family, then the children, you have a lot of balancing acts to do. Like, when you were looking for a solution, like, how did you even find out about us?
I came across one of your ads on Facebook, and then I just checked out the group. I joined the free group. I was looking at a lot of the videos that you guys had on YouTube and Instagram and everything like that, and just everything that you guys are saying just really made sense and really simplified. You know, I think one of the biggest things, I know one of my biggest problems that owners have is just overcomplicating things. And once you have like a roadmap, it makes things easy. Just follow it step by step by step.
Right. No, I love it. And then, like, I mean, obviously, like, were you in coaching or any kind of program or resources before you actually joined what we do?
No, brand new.
Oh, brand new. Okay.
Brand new.
Okay, cool. Like, based on like what you saw on the ad and the videos, when you came to the call and how you actually joined the group, were you skeptical at all on like why you bought or how you bought, or were you just coming in like saying, I'm just doing this thing's going to be guns blazing?
I was a little bit skeptical, but at the time I'm like, if I'm gonna do that, so let's go all in and make it happen, you know?
Right. And then why do you feel like that was the right time though to actually go all in? Because a lot of people can just delay it, see an ad saying like, okay, this dude sounds good on the phone, I like what he has, but then the shoulder or the brain or whatever side you're looking at is going to say, don't do shit. And then think about it in 3 months and 6 months from now. Like, how come you actually jumped in?
Because I mean, you hit the nail on the head. I'm just gonna sit there and overthink it and not do jack shit. And I'm sitting there with this agency that's not doing anything. So
Yeah. Okay.
you know, I was like, hey, let's just go all in. It works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll try something else. But I mean, I don't have anything else that I need to try. I mean, this works. It's a proven concept.
No, I love it. And then as far as like the model that we're teaching, because you mentioned the foot in the door, I'm a huge fan of that. I stand true to that for the last 2 decades, 20 years. I've only focused on foot in the door offers. They come in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes a foot in the door could be 50 grand based on the clientele that you're talking to. Sometimes it's $300 per month. Now, based on your foot in the door, like, had you not started in that model and you started at the whole enchilada and started pitching like all these services like everybody else does, do you think you'd actually be able to get the client or have a shorter sales cycle?
No. You know, when the thing is, like you said about building your platform on the GHL platform, or building your agency on the GHL platform, is that you're coming at them and you're like, well, we got text messaging, we got email, we got CRM, we got follow-up. And it's kind of like the Costco effect, where if you throw too much at them, they're not going to make a decision and they're not going to go with you. But you come in and you say, hey, what are you dealing with? What are you paying for? What is something that you would like to improve? Oh, well, I'm spending $1,500 a month on text messaging. All right, well, I can help you with that. How much are you paying per text message now? And then that gets you in the door. And then once you save them some cash, that gives them where now you're offering value. And then it just scales from there.
Yeah, I love that, because like not only is like your price is here, the value is up here, but then you can bring your price above the value at some point once you've started here, because that's the foot in the door. because then
Right.
they're going to pay you more. That's the ascension model. That's
Right.
the long game of long-term wealth, is just having that plan of how to get started with something. Kind of like Amazon, for example, the $99 Prime. It's so you can buy a bunch of shit for free delivery. So you're getting, you know what I mean? It's like a greatest foot in the door, and you get all these movies and TV shows you really shouldn't be watching anyways. But it's a beautiful thing. It gets people sticky. Like you've got people with a CRM, you've got the backbone of their business right here,
Right.
right? So you control the backbone. You're so sticky that if they left your services, they can't leave this. You always have revenue in a relationship.
Right. 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 And I mean, that's just how really we took off. Is I was like, hey, let me do your Google business profile. Hey, let's do your website. How much are you paying for that? I can cut that cost. It can load faster. We'll have something better. It'll be automated. It's tied into your CRM and your text messaging. So now it's at the point we don't even jump on calls. I'll shoot him a text and he's like, bro, you can have any username or password I got. And I'm like, all right, cool.
No, I love that. That's absolutely fantastic and amazing. Now, in terms of like why are you, or actually let me ask this differently. Let me ask a different question. How many hours a week do you say you're putting into this business with all you got going on?
Um, because we're revamping and like redoing our offers and everything because we want to expand. We're niche down to insurance brokers and like real estate right now, but I do want to expand into other service providers. But realistically, I probably put about maybe 10 hours a week into it.
Nice. I love that. And then you're dealing with like pretty decent companies. Like you mentioned something a little fancier than my brain can actually even comprehend, about like keyless entry and real estate brokerages and putting like fancy tech. It sounds like I'm talking to like the head of product at like NEC or some billion-dollar brand, the way you're explaining it. I'm like, fuck, this sounds dope as hell. And sounds like you have some great opportunities and prospects that you work with.
Yeah, it's looking really good. We're really excited about that. It's going to be like midterm rentals where instead of Airbnb and short-term rentals, it'll be midterm rentals. We're going to build the whole platform off of the GHL platform to where you can make your reservation, or not your reservation, but really sign a lease, make your deposit. You're going to have automated follow-up. You'll get we're looking for a smart lock with the API integration so that it can generate the temporary key and then email it to them so that they can check into the property, and then everything's automated and the owner of the property doesn't have to do anything but just, not even collect checks, just wait on deposits. So it's going to be huge.
What are you going to be charging for that?
I think we're going to do a partnership and an affiliate program to where the person I'm working with will be selling it, and then I'll just be getting a straight passive income.
Got it. Okay, no, that's cool. I mean, that's another secondary or tertiary stream for you. So that's
Right,
absolutely
right.
brilliant. That's awesome. Now you don't come to a lot of calls inside of the GSD, and I want to highlight that because I think it's important, because a lot of people out there, when they're getting coaching, they think that like I have to overindulge. If I miss one thing, the whole thing is just all fucked and my life is so screwed, because most people are in a situation where they need to make an ROI, like simplify their foundation, simplify their offer, know exactly where the starving crowd is, which is traffic, and then how to convert it, because the offer is so good, we know how to get our foot in the door and then ascend. Based on that, like you watch replays, you have their online portal, you have the chat group, you can watch the comments and listen to other people's questions to get your own answers. Like, how are you able to be like so successful and so focused on getting the results that you have, also being absent and listening from afar?
Is because like you said, the chat group, I'm constantly monitoring that no matter what I'm doing. And so that's a really good resource because I can always go through that and get information and glean, gems from it. The replays are huge because if I don't have time during the actual call, like a lot of times I work on Saturdays. So a lot of times I'll listen in on your Savage Saturdays while I'm at work. And then and then
We
get the
won't tell
information from
nobody.
there, right?
We won't tell nobody.
So I mean, just the way the system is set up and the course or the mentorship is that I always have access to any of the information that I have. I can always post in the chat group. I can always post a question in the Facebook group. I had a question about Google Analytics. Cody called me from the airport. So I mean, it's huge.
Yeah, that's cool. Like that, and that's what you get, folks. Like we're available when you join into the GSD. If Cody's calling people from the airport and helping them, and not even calling me back from the airport, or his priority is everybody else's success, which is pretty cool. Anything you wanted to jump in on, Cody, here?
No, I'm just taking it all in, man. I love it. I love seeing it because honestly, to be frank, and you just touched on this, I haven't talked much to Sedrick other than when he needed specific help to get certain shit done. And that's what I love about him is he's taking action. He's just in there consuming it all in the way that fits his schedule and still seeing the success that he wants. So to me, that's the culture of having the GSD family, and the way that we call it that is because the rising tide lifts all boats. And if you're selfish and you take advantage of what you need to, which he's a perfect representation of, you get what you get.
Yeah. So, I mean, like one thing I like to ask is like, who do you like better, me or Cody? I'm just kidding. But when it comes to like the access that you have, because you can watch 6-7 streams a week with us. We can replace Netflix. You can cancel your Amazon Prime account and just like literally watch our stuff and make a lot of learn a lot and make a lot of money. Like out of the calls that are most important to you based on where you are now, like what does that look like based on like sales, ads, marketing, content, all the stuff you have access to? What's like the number one call that you're like, fuck, I gotta watch this?
I don't have one favorite. Content is great. Sales is great. Bottlenecks, because I still overthink things. The GHL stuff with Adam. Oh my God. I mean, that's a true value to me. So, I mean, like each day, each call is really, it gives me something different that I can take away. And it's not only just the calls, but I mean, it's the comments and learning from the other agency owners and their different experiences. And like everyone approaches the same situation differently. And it's really great, just like the group and, the family or the vibe, the culture that's in GSD. You can learn something from everyone in there.
So like, and how has the community of other agencies helped you?
Oh, it's super supportive. I mean, everyone's trying to make their own agency successful, but then they're more than willing to offer information and guidance or a lesson that they learn to help you succeed.
Right. Now, like, let's just say somebody is like listening to this right now and they're struggling on their offer. And you know how agency owners start and marketers start. Their ideas are the best ideas. They've never been heard. They're so unique and everybody must want to buy it until boom, slapped in the face that there's no traffic. No one gives a fuck. It's a commodity. Like what advice do you give to that person overthinking it, that does every service that any digital marketer could possibly do? There's 19, 20, 30 services. What do you tell them to do to just not overcomplicate it, and how to like really think about getting that first step now that you've been through that situation, you've been through a couple months, and how to accelerate somebody else who'd be interested in the GSD of saying, hey, if I was your big brother and you were buying this thing, here's a couple of tips for you.
One thing that you and Cody say quite often is listen to your customer. So a lot of times if you do your research like it teaches you in the GSD to learn your market, listen to your customer, find out what their pain points are, find out what they want to fix or correct, and then you build your offer around that. I mean, it's just that simple. I'm spending this much on this. I'm not getting leads or traffic because of this. I'm not posting on social media. I'm not writing good content. Listen to your customer, find out what they want, and your offer will come from there.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like most people who make an offer, they're just going to make it up to sell to themselves as the person selling it,
right?
Versus say, hey, Sedrick, I'm just doing a little research. I'd love to buy you a cup of coffee. Do you mind answering 5 questions? Because I'm helping people get more leads for your business. And when I roll it out, I'll give you a copy.
Yeah, there's
like,
nothing
how cool would that be? Like, what's that?
There's nothing worse than newer agencies that come into a program and they have assumptions. They assume that they learned this thing, so therefore they want that thing. And they use their own language, Facebook, SEO. I don't know how many people talk to blue collar niches and use words like SEO and PPC in their offers as if they know or give any bit of a shit about what those letters mean or stand for or are going to do for them because of those assumptions, right? The market research is a very missed opportunity that most newer people don't realize they have to do, but it can change your entire business around. So it's good that you kind of point that out as a foundational piece, because that it's huge.
Well, it's the market research, Cody, and it's also what you said about learn their language. Like, how do they speak? How do they describe? What are their, key phrases or whatever, so that you can relate to them.
Yeah, how they describe their problems in their own words and not in yours, right? It can be the difference between somebody who sees the same thing could be said in your language and in their language. It's their language that's going to be the one that they actually bite on, right? And to leverage that can be a true superpower. So, yeah.
But I mean, everyone relates to, hey, do you want to make more money? Do you want to cut costs and make more money? And they're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Save time. I mean, the copywriting exercise in the program, right? How do you save them time? How do you make them time? How do you make the money? How do you save them money? Those are the four. If you can come up with those things in their language, you're ahead of 90% of the other people out there.
Yeah, write that down in the audience. Like, literally, that's it. Like, forget your product, forget your services. When it comes to stuff like this, when you're helping business owners, that's the 4-pack right there. We're using the word core 4. This is the core 4 of emotion and everything. Save them time, save them money, make them time, make them money. You got that, you got the sales. So now the complicated part comes into, how are you going to get your angle out there? How are you going to get your offer done? How are you going to pick your niche? How are you going to start getting traffic? What are you going to say? How are you going to qualify them? Are you going to do one call closes? Do you need a nurture system, etc.? So there's a lot of variables there, but those are the core 4 of what our mindset is. If I can save somebody time, save somebody money, make them time, make them money, we all win. It's just a no-brainer. Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of money, because money talks, and that's important, because there's so many people that invest into themselves or invest into something, and then they dwell on that, oh, this is a poor investment. So anything in and around that thing can never be thought of the same. It can never be a positive momentum. Kind of like if somebody bought a bad meal, let's say at a restaurant, they're going to still eat another meal, right? Because it takes survival. But when it comes to the system of coaching or marketers or whatnot, it's like one marketer wrote a bad ad. They charged me $5,000. It didn't work. So no marketers can ever work. No coaches will ever work. Mentorship sucks. Michael Jordan should never continued because he didn't win championships, and never hired Tim Grover because he doesn't want to continue. So like what like Mel, when you invested into the GSD, and you still continue to, and you're still like almost, I remember calling you and saying, I'm making you a lifer. I want you to be a lifer. And there was just like, do it. It was like probably like 3 minutes. And we're like, cool. But like how long did you think it would take you? Or let me start this. Did you make your money back fairly quickly?
Yeah.
Now,
I made my money back.
How, like, if you could exit like 2x, 10x, 1000x from 2 standpoints, money, and then also where you're taking this thing now that you have the knowledge that I can't say, Sedrick, you don't want to continue with GSD anymore. In your brain, I want that information back. Now don't use it ever again. I don't do that. We can't do that. We now want it to compound. So you control your own capitalism. You can make as much money as you want. Like, what do you think that X would be?
Oh man, I start looking at where I started, where my agency is at now, and then the things that we have in the works. I can't even imagine it at 10, 20, 50x. I mean, on the things that we have, in the works.
Like what about confidence? Because a lot of people don't like taking that into consideration, because there's like a lot of people are out there probably maybe listening, and I might be talking directly to you, but like we have this fear inside of us when we're not confident. They're like, fuck, the offer is not perfect. My delivery is a little broken. What am I going to say on this sales call? I hope they don't show up. And then I can be like, all right, let me email them and maybe they'll reschedule. Maybe they won't. We all have those feelings from time to time, especially when you don't have, and you don't face the fact of solving the problem, and you look for the $47 thing or the $97 masterclass or the magic bullet or the AI thing and trinket that will make you $1 million without doing anything besides ChatGPT doing it all, because that shit doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is the hard work, and then the hard work pays off. It's a slogan for a reason. Now, when it comes to that, like, do you agree with that process, or where do you think from there?
No, I think I think that's what the GSD is, just get shit done. You have to execute. GSD lays out the roadmap for you, but I mean, you have to execute. You have to get out of your head. Now, if you're having problems or issues or you're under that mindset, then jump on a bottleneck call, look at some replays, jump on a Savage Saturday. I mean, the resources are there for you. And I mean, you and Cody can provide all of the resources and knowledge and guidance that you guys can, but it needs to be the agency owner that has to execute.
Now, if somebody's skeptical to like go forward, or they've been screwed over by a coach, or like, I mean, they just tried, failed on their own, and they're just stuck. Like, what would you tell that person that has a lot of excuses, regardless of what it is, whether it's lack of resources or whatnot? What do you tell that person about like maybe considering the GSD as a solution for them?
Is if you tried and failed on your own, were you on your own and you don't know what you don't know. When you get into the GSD, it's not just all the things that you and Cody offer. It's also the community and the culture that you guys have built. So, I mean, it's a huge support system. You can get in there and you can get the information, and there's people that are more than willing to help you, that are messaging and texting each other at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, 2 o'clock in the morning. For work, I get up at 3:30. They're already messaging each other. So, I mean, there's someone there to help you to be successful.
I mean, it's buzzing. Like, it's always buzzing in the GSD group. I mean, I have to actually put my phone on silent because I'm sleeping like sometimes 3 and 4 hours at night, because there's like too much. Like, it's not that I can not easily silence it. It's just that I'm curious what you guys are even talking about.
Right.
Like, I want to learn.
I got the same problem. And my wife's like, "What are you doing?" I'm
I'm searching for a new ring for you, honey. All right, we got a joke for you guys. I'm gonna ask you a different joke because we did our Instagram joke already. So why are Uber drivers such good marketers?
Why are Uber drivers such good marketers? I have no idea.
Because they can navigate through traffic.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Why did the marketing couple break up?
No.
Because they weren't on the same landing page.
Yeah, that works.
All right, that's enough of the jokes. If you guys like jokes, give me some fucking love. Tell me to do a stand-up comedy show and I'll do one live in here. But anyways, for Sedrick, this is a spotlight for Sedrick. We said earlier, I need some smashes, hashtag Sedricks, some love, some hearts. I want to see a lot of it because there's only 21 comments. I want you guys to all write 5 comments, 1 takeaway, what you like about Sedrick, who do you like better, me or Cody. Say whatever you want inside the comments right here, right now. And we're going to go over the foot in the door offer that has helped Sedrick. I'm just putting him on the spot, so hopefully he gives it to you.
My foot in the door offer was really text messaging. It's just as simple as that. Everyone does it. Every business needs to do it. Text messaging has a 98% open rate. It's great for marketing. It's great for outreach. It's great for follow-up. It's great for nurturing. And I mean, when you build off of the GHL platform, you can offer it at a low cost, get your foot in the door and be like, hey, I cut your costs. How are you doing with that? You like that? I have some other things that we can do. And then you just scale it up from there.
Look at how simple and how broad he just said that. I do text messaging. 98% is open. What's up? Right? So it's so simple. And the rest of you, not the rest of you, some of you, which is the majority, are going to read the list off highlevel.com or whatever the website is. It's like, we do ringless voicemails, we do landing pages, we do memberships, we do social planner, we do fucking widgets, we do anything you say, we jump, we order pizza. Like, simplify it. Simplify. I mean, one word text messages. That's what I do. Like, if I said that to somebody, they'll probably be like, what do you mean text messages? Like, how? What do you do? People text? Yeah. And they're like, well, how do you do it? So you can start conversations so easily when you simplify your shit. Because I asked somebody earlier today, like, you're a marketer, I'm a marketer. Let's just say we met at dinner. And I said, what do you do? Man, did they fuck that thing up. Man. Oh, dude, it was just really freaking disgustingly awful. because it was just a million words. It was like, I know what I'm doing because I'm 20 years in this game, but they told me what they do in digital marketing and I don't know what they're talking about. Based on that answer, I already knew they're under 2 clients, and then evidence showed they're at 0, because it's so overly complicated. Every digital marketer wants to be more and overestimate what they're capable of when they have the least amount of skill in the beginning. Just be good at one thing and make so much more money. I mean, like, it's the fastest way. I mean, there's some trainings in here for you guys too. And if any of you guys want our free agency foundations course, just do hashtag AAF, because you guys will need that if you're brand spanking new. You want to order a pizza now, Don. There you go. All right, guys. If you guys have any takeaways or anything, I'd love it if you drop it in the comment. Give me a hashtag Sedrick for him taking away a lot of time from his busy schedule. I know that he mentioned he wakes up at 3 a.m, so it's pretty much like nighttime, even though it's 12:50 in the afternoon. I actually woke up at 3 a.m. today too. I've been on a 3 a.m. kick, not on purpose, just because it just happened. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, Cody, you want to take us home?
Yeah, I wake up at 8, so you guys suck. That whole life sounds horrible. That's what I'm going to take us home with. So, power to the non-morning people out there. Thank you very much. Otherwise, Sedrick, thank you so much, man. This was great. Hopefully everybody out there got some good stuff, good value takeaways. To me, foot in the door offers, how you've actually structured everything to be able to do this even while working a full-time job, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully that's what people are getting from it, guys. If you haven't yet, what Rahul asked is put those takeaways in the comments, please, because number one, we just want to pump up this video a little bit, get people to share the love with Sedrick. And number two, it helps your brain process the information by actually seeing what it is you put together from it so that you can take action and get shit done. Otherwise, we will see you tomorrow for some really good stuff on VIP day. We'll give you some trainings, and otherwise, one more time, drop some love for Sedrick, get some shit done, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.